Lion Wrestling Club. And Titan Mercury, his opponent. Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, that's Andrew Alirez.
His opponent, in blue, from the Ohio RTC and Titan Mercury, Jesse Mendez.
And back to action, Nick Lee. Last year finished Final X as the Team USA member. Won his trip to Belgrade, Serbia. He wears the red for the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. Andrew Alirez from Titan Mercury Wrestling Club in Northern Colorado. 23 years old from Greeley, Colorado. In deep on a shot, coming up the middle. I'm interested to see how he finishes this as he takes it over top for 4. So 4 for Alirez and 2 for Nick Lee. So 4-2. And 2 more for Nick Lee as he locks up a tough gut wrench and takes it through. Alirez, 23 years old, took an Olympic red shirt this year to compete and took the year off after being an NCAA champion for Northern Colorado and Troy Nickerson. He's your number 4 seed here as Nick Lee's your number 1 seed, 26 years old from Evansville, Indiana, Mater Dei High School. Alirez not afraid to score points, and it's going to be a lot of action in this match. Now tied 4-4, but Alirez holding criteria with his higher scoring point. He had a 4. Nick Lee had 2 2s. So right now, if the match were to end, and we have a lot of time left, advantage goes to Alirez. One minute to go. And under a minute to go. In his prep career, Alirez, 3-time Fargo All-American. While Nick Lee, 2 Fargo titles and 3-time an All-American. Nick Lee, 2-time NCAA champion for the Nittany Lions of Penn State and 4-time All-American. Lots of hardware between these two. 20 seconds to go here in the period, all locked at 4. We know how Nick Lee qualified for the Olympic trials by being our 2023 Team USA World Team member. Alirez, your senior national champion. Again, the top 5 athletes at the senior nationals qualified here for the Olympic trials. So 4-4 at the break. Coach Kennedy, Coach Cunningham down there talking to Nick Lee. Troy Nickerson down there for Andrew Alirez. We get back to action.
And back underway again. Providing the criteria to underline on the scoreboard. Alirez holds criteria. This is the higher scoring action.
Nick Lee taking ground here, starting to pick up his pace.
And neither has a caution. So last point scored, this game's Rutherford with the last point scored.
So we waited a little while for this semifinal because Zane Rutherford was waiting on the other semi from his world championship at 70 kilos, moving down to 65. Alirez with the step out, now 5-4. And there are times when, again, Nick Lee just takes a second to break, but then gets right back in on the attack and takes a 6-5 lead.
And Lee takes the lead
at the Pan Ams. He took just a brief moment to go upper body with Austin Gomez, where it looked like it was going to be a technical superiority for him. It ended up against him with some high points and some turns. And now feet to back over top. 4 for Nick Lee. And 2 for Alirez. So Nick Lee taking a 10-7 lead with that chest wrap over top. Dropped his hips, threw his hips in, tossed him over his shoulder for 4. So at this point, with 1 minute 15 seconds to go, a 10-7 lead for your number 1 seed. As he continues to move position and hold the center, Alirez can be very dangerous. He's going to need to step it up here with 1 minute to go. Took the year off for an Olympic red shirt after winning the NCAA championship for the Bears of Northern Colorado. Nice elbow block and head block by Nick Lee. On that shot by Alirez, Lee circled hard to the left, not allowing Alirez to get to the leg. Again, there's so much beauty in the foot motion and the hand motion and the power of that underhook that Nick Lee has on his left-hand side. So again, high pace here for the last 20 seconds. A 10-7 lead as Nick Lee feigns off attacks, circles to the center, and Alirez in tight to see if he can take it over top. Only for 2. This time Lee doesn't give up the break in, only gives up 2 instead of 4, and a 10-9 victory as the brick is thrown in. Northern Colorado coach Troy Nickerson going to ask for 4, and watching it, I did not see, saw more of a scorpion and no breaking of the 90 degrees. So I saw control, but we'll see what the jury has to say. So call is confirmed. 2 for Alirez. So lost challenge 11-9. Your winner moving to the finals from the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. That's Nick Lee. A Nittany Lion Wrestling Club final with Lee and Zane.